I'm going to take you through a sequence going from some lateral lunging into some lateral bounds. So this is a really great sequence for developing ankle and knee stability and preparing you for cutting. So doing just, a small amount of these exercises before you start actually changing directions in drills or in practice would be super helpful. So we're going to start off with a simple lateral lunge. So your feet are going to just be a little wider than shoulder width to start, and we're going to sit back into the hip so that our knee is right aligned over our toe and push back up. So we're really trying to stick our butt out behind us and really push powerfully through the glute in order to stand up. So this is all in one nice big long line. So from the side, I'm not bending from the knee here, I'm really sitting back in the hip. So my knee is coming forward, but there's this hip hinge. And I'm just going back and forth, just like that. What you do with your arms isn't super important at this stage. So then, after you've done a few of those, you want to widen your stance, because when we're cutting, we're actually trying to put energy and power into the ground at an angle. So you're trying to really push off of a foot that's kind of outside of your center of gravity. So we need to train strength and stability on this diagonal plane as opposed to training it just straight down. So we take our legs out a little wider. That's all you have to do. And now we're going to keep a straight line from our hip down to our toe. Our knee actually ends up inside of our foot, and that's okay because that's where we need the power. Same idea, sticking your hip back. So back, 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 back. So I'm starting to do just a little bit more athletic arms. I'm thinking about arms a little bit here. That's going to translate into us bounding in a second. So nice and wide from the side. Again, same idea. We're sitting back. Notice too that I'm not losing my posture. This is staying nice and tall. I'm going to keep my eyes forward because again, we're trying to transition into everything being eyes up. So when it comes to lateral bounding, you want to start small. Don't think high. Think going sideways. Because again, the number of times we're going to want to jump up on an angle are few and more far between than going straight over. If you want to put a few in like that, you can. But we're going to start just going side to side. So like I said, just small. So we're going to start just hopping. So when you land, you want to gather. So we're landing or we're sticking. So first we're thinking about sticking and we're staying small. Then we can take it a little wider. Again, sticking. Sticking. Okay? So once you've got that idea of sticking and kind of settling down into the hip each time, now we want to try and do more of a bound and a little bit less of a stick. So now we're kind of trying to dynamically bounce off of that outside foot when we land. So we're going to think of it more as a cutting step. So then you just, again, start small. And then take it a little wider. So it's really important, especially when you start going faster, loading and exploding. Here. So you really want to gather and spring back off of that leg. So doing, like I said, just a few of those things can really help shore up your stability in your knees and your ankles. Make sure that a lot of your cutting comes from your glutes as opposed to all your connective tissue. That's just a more powerful and safer way to cut.